And howdy doody.
Welcome to Workbench Tuesday. I call it Taco Tuesday. I think you should change the name.
Well, I call it life on the workbench. You can actually see my workbench now.
Let's see it. I want to check his cam. Oh, there we go. Yes, it's clean. I don't see any. I don't see any dead random drone parts.
They're all in a box behind me. I just cleared off my desk, so
It was well packaged.
yeah. We're not going to get into the labeling. We're not going to talk about the labeling.
Yeah, it was not the greatest, but it will fly eventually. We hope.
It'll get there. It'll get there.
We're in no hurry. All I see is rain outside anyway. It's been raining on and off. Just absolute. I mean, you can see I'm dressed warm because it's just wet and damp. And that's just I'm glad. I'm actually glad for that because we had such a dry, hot summer. I'll take all the rain that can drop out of the sky. And it's just great. Spring will be awesome.
Spring will be awesome.
Yep.
So,
Spring will be amazing.
Let's start with everybody in the chat, shall we?
Hello.
We got Eat More Possum, Ready Set Drones, Subscriber of the Month. We got Yellow Rose Drone. Yeah, it's time. And Fly Zone Drone Mikey. And Lee McCready. And Lee, I'm going to ask you right away, did you see anybody on the soccer fields this weekend? Did you have a chance to check? So, Sunrise Water Media. And, Night Train FPV in the house. Brand Aerials. I think I caught everybody in the chat now. So
I am preparing a scene.
He corrected himself, so I'm going to let it slide. Sunrise and Mike know what I'm talking about. Saw a few people, but no events. That is indeed good news. So hopefully the weather will stay up, and we might be able to do something there before long. I mean, I've been trying to get some shit done around the house too, and that's not really happening right now. Especially if you get the wrong forecast.
Oh, like I said, it's rain, rain, and rain. I could be a weather person this week.
Well, last weekend I was going to move that stupid shit, and then Saturday morning, Barbara gets an alert on her phone from the power company about severe weather. So we check into the forecast, and all afternoon, thunderstorms and rain and everything else. So I blew the whole thing off because I knew it was going to take me all day to do it. And I didn't want to play out there in the rain, especially not in the rain and the mud.
Well, you don't want to get started with it and not be able to, you know, get moving forward on it.
Well, and of course, fucking afternoon is dry. You know, never get a drop of rain. So,
Well, I don't know about you, but uh, it's been arc period. We've we had a couple of years where we've had some serious rain, and we've had a couple of 100-year rainstorms and flooding, and I'm thinking we might get some more of that. So as much as flooding sucks, it makes for good video. And I didn't have my Mavic at that time, so now I'm prepared for houses going down the Santa Clara River. Not that I hope that.
you know, what's funny is we have a Santa Clara right here. Little
Oh, yeah, that's
community.
cool. That's interesting. I didn't. I probably recognize. Is that I thought it was the San Antonio River or something.
No. We have a city of Santa Clara.
Oh yeah, the city. Yeah, you're right. You do.
And I used to say, you know, when anybody ever asks how big Santa Clara is, I said about that big.
Yeah, that's pretty much how big Santa Clara is here.
No, they had a sign on the side of the highway with the Santa Clara city limit sign on each side of it. So the distance between the signs was about that much. And we got Itchy Sack, Mr. Sam. Howdy, fella. Well,
Yeah.
y'all in California, y'all need the rain because you got shit to fill up again. And up there, what's that? Lake Mead, that thing needs to fill up again too. That's in Vegas, right?
Itchy Sack. That sounds like a great town in California. You should call it Itchy Sack, California. Hopefully, we're not floating there. That's quite possible. Lakes are all drying up. Well, not anymore. You can imagine you're going to get some water in those unless people are going to, suck all the water out before they have a chance of filling. First time I went through needles in California, I could swear that I had needles on both sides of the sign. Yeah. I always turn the other direction when I get to the needle sign in Barstow. I head towards Vegas. But no, it's nice to see. Our reservoirs have been doing their job, and they're all getting filled up again right now. So we're hoping Lake Mead and Lake Powell both get filled up. We get a good spring runoff, and we should be good to go for a little while, at least another season.
Well,
But we
Lake
have
Mead
several
needs a
years of
shit ton of
drought.
water to go back into it.
Right. There's several years of drought that have to be made up for us, but one of the problems is you got the over the last couple of years, they've been doing spring releases of water to mimic flooding because of the environmentalists wanting to keep the natural flow of things, and all that did is waste water. So hopefully they don't do any water releases, but maybe this will keep the dams, hydroelectric plants running for a little bit longer. So how's everybody doing? I'm doing
Okay,
good.
hold on here. We had tornado warnings last night for Itchy Sack.
Oh yeah, I heard that. I heard that there were actual tornadoes.
Yeah, warnings is if there's some imminent. Watch this, just there could be something happening.
Right.
And then he's talking about having curly hairs between his teeth. Wait a minute. TMI.
There we go.
And Sunrise got the hair in the biscuit, and I don't know what's going on in the chat, but keep it clean, fellas. Keep it clean.
Yeah, Itchy Sack, keep them clean.
Speaking of stuff between teeth and what have you, This guy wakes up in the morning, hell of a hangover, went out partying the night before. Leather allergy. You have a leather allergy too? Do you know what a leather allergy is?
A leather allergy?
Yeah.
No.
Every morning I wake up with my boots on. My head is just killer. He wakes up with his leather allergy and still fully dressed too. Reaches in his pocket, pulls out a bra. I have no idea where that came from, but whatever. Chunks it off to the side. Reaches in the other pocket, pulls out a pair of panties. He like, okay, must have been a good night. Well, he goes up to the mirror in the bathroom, and there's the string hanging out the corner of his mouth. Dear God, let this be a tea bag.
Everybody keep it clean. Keep her clean. I'm gonna dispense this this topic right away and get it out of the way. I just wanted to make a comment or two about CES that happened just recently.
Oh yeah.
And what I'm getting in Dobo and people that have been there. Now CES did have a lot of things going on, but just not in the drone world. So, one of the things that's kind of written in stone, at least at this point, not having anything to do with DJI being banned and banished, was that the lack of consumer products and this is supposed to be the consumer show, and the only drone really of substance was a non-consumer drone. So there you go. It sounds like DJI is taking their show on the road and doing their own thing. And CES is basically, the no drone show. And, you can read a lot into that. You can read a bunch into that. And it's quieting down for sure. Wow. Actually, like I think the word that I heard was it was a bit depressing. But if you're into phones, if you're into tech, there was cool stuff going on. I thought, to me, I was excited about the wireless TV screen, completely wireless. That's cool.
Don't even need power. Runs on batteries.
Yeah, I thought that was a really neat idea. I thought that was cool. And does that apply to us? Yeah, I mean, it's awesome.
I didn't have a mobile TV screen at all. Never even heard of it.
A giant cell phone on the wall. It's just interesting.
I have my tablet within reach, so you got to forgive me.
If you think of the application, like, say in your office, like this right here, it would be nice to have a wireless screen right there. I would love it. No wires, no connections, no batteries, or not no batteries, no power cords hanging off.
I can hear you cuss already. Why the hell is this not working?
Yeah, it's a good thought. I mean, obviously you can get by without it. You throw a box on the wall. I think that's what I need to do at this one. Throw in the box on the wall, run the wires down inside the wall, have it come down on the bottom. I'm almost there. That's an easy project. That's a 1 hour project on Sunday afternoon.
Right after you worked off the honey-do list.
Right.
And Jackson RC popped in here. Good evening.
Hey, Jackson RC Aviation. Welcome to the stream.
And Akiraso. I don't think we mentioned him yet. But speaking of remote ID module shell, I'm going to share this. Share that. And then we're going to do that. And then we're going to do this. And here we have the drone tag beacon, which is now on the compliant device list with the FAA. And the part I want to point out is down here. Weight 16 grams. And this actually has, let me pull this up.
That is pretty small. When you were talking about it, I didn't. That's nice. That's what they promised. That's what we thought was going to happen with this.
This so dimension is 37 by 26 by 16 mil, and it has a 200 milliamp hour LiPo battery built in. You get about 8 to 16 hours battery life, depending on your configuration. And weight is 16 grams. So 16 grams on most drones is not an issue.
No.
Let me rephrase it. 16 grams on a drone that's already 250 grams or more is not going to matter. The price tag of this might, because it is $200 here. But I mean, we're at the beginning of it, so prices are going to come down as time goes on. And the hobbyist actually can take the drone tag beacon and take it from one to another. Commercial guys, not so much. So, but we do have the drone tag beacon going on here now. Let me see.
All right. The RID module is about the same weight as the frame for the Dave C long range. There you go. Micro long range. That's 17 grams. I was trying to find something of similar weight that we could compare it with.
16 grams. That's about just over half an ounce.
Yeah, it's about what this weighs.
Like yeah, well, that's a 3M sub 250. So
that's 17.1 grams right there. All that TP or PETG right there. So right there, that's about how much that weighs. And and obviously the volume is way smaller. So I guess it'd probably be kind of hefty in a way if you were just holding it.
Well, measure your USB stick right there. How much does a USB stick weigh? That's right there.
That's way light. This thing?
Yeah.
That thing is 8 grams. So 2 of those.
Well, man,
the rain's trying to come in the window. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm trying to find something small and compact. This thing is not that's a fake USB stick. It's not, it doesn't have all the electronics in it. It's a adapter. So anyway, I was looking for an equivalent weight.
Actually, this is about the same weight right here. If you want to compare something, Chris.
Okay. Yeah, that's just the module without the camera.
Yeah. It's about the same size too.
About the size of this roll of solder.
You need to take that roll and take it and dunk it in your trash can.
I didn't use that one. That's a different roll.
Uh-huh.
This is the one I should have used. This one is alloy tin 60. This is lead. This has got lead in it, so it's lead. This would have actually been good.
And resin core?
And flux, yeah. Yep, this would have been the stuff I should have used. I tried to get Kai to do a before and after shot of my really crappy soldering, so he could have had some fun.
The soldering that fell apart.
Yes, it was horrible. It was the worst. It was cold soldered and nothing stuck and bad.
If y'all want a visual, think those big tin sticks at Home Depot. I think he had one of those in a torch, and he kind of dripped the solder onto the flat controller.
Pretty much. It was not good.
Yeah, there was no flux involved there either.
There was no flux involved in that soldering job. It definitely wasn't.
You send it to LoneStarUAV@gmail.com.
It's kind of like a repair service. What we're going to call it, like DJI Care. We're going to call it Kai Care. Oh man, my dog is barking. It's really raining bad.
Saying, "Feed me."
Well, I'm going to feed him. I definitely didn't feed him. It's raining like absolutely like cats and dogs out there. Probably more cats. That's probably why he's barking. I might have to excuse myself for a second.
It's raining. No, never mind. We're trying to keep it clean.
But yeah, it is pouring out there because literally the rain was hitting the window just next to me here.
There you go. It's a Kai refresh.
Kai refresh. There we go. Let's see if I can put the.
I'm gonna start answering the phone that way.
Oh, man,
he's not happy.
I think he's being triggered by the sound out there, but I was just going to throw our. I'm going to look at California. Oh, all right. I got to go check that out.
Go check that out.
That's some.
I'm going to do the lone entertainer here for a minute.
I'll be right back here.
Famous last words.
Here, let's see.
I already made you go away. Go.
Here, there you go.
Oh boy, he's getting all professional. He's getting enlightened right now. So, anywho, yeah, I don't know if y'all were watching on Friday on Ready Set Drone, but we had a good time. Dad is a special guest. Co-host Kelly, of course, the man. I got to bring him on here sometime soon too. Yeah, the big thing that I had for today was the Drone Tag Beacon. We already talked about that. If you're thinking about buying an AOS frame, be really, really careful what you're getting. The LR5 is no longer on my recommended list. I've been fighting with that thing for about a day now. So he sent an email. Well, now I got to check email. See what we've got. There we go. We're going to have to make him a little bigger. So there he is. Our itchy sack, Sam Burns. And let's see, you sent something else too. We have to make this a little bigger. All right, we're at that. There you go.
All right, I'm back.
There's the Lone Star UAV merch. So, Sam, I don't know if I got your address or not, but go ahead and send me your address. I can send you some stickers.
Nice, nice.
So, yeah, I will Sam on the screen without hair. I don't know. We gotta go back to that. Nah, he's still got some hair left.
Okay.
And yeah, and Callie, that's okay. I'll get a visa for the stickers to get them to you.
What was I gonna?
And since we're on housekeeping notes, next Tuesday I'm not going to be able to do a live stream.
What's going on? What's up Tuesday?
I've got beer drinking commitments.
Okay, I'm insulted by that, but
No, it's my German club annual membership meeting.
annual membership meeting.
Well, that's where you got to vote for officers, and
Oh, they're going to kick me out there if I don't drink at least 3 liters of beer today.
I'm hoping to get some other people booted out of office.
Oh, I got something to look at. I don't know if you want to look at the Chimera 7 Pro 6S Commando.
Hold on, we got a new arrival here. Don Courtney Cole from Lincoln, Nebraska. Howdy, feller.
Where is my?
Do we need to smurf him?
What happened to my freaking feed? My
Oh, we already got him smurfed.
I'm
One Vision, aka No Vision. We never did really get to talk about that on First Friday. Somebody swiped his drone.
Whose?
One Vision's.
Really?
Yeah, he was landing it, and some jackass went up and snatched the drone and babbled something about invading his privacy and chunked it in his car and ran off with it.
Really?
Yeah.
What drone was it? What was? Did he? You could do a freaking DJI freaking location on it.
Well, no, I'd file a police report anyway, and you can deal with theft and some federal statutes.
Yeah, that's a case of pure
theft of an aircraft. That's federal.
Yeah, that's theft of an aircraft is also bullshit too. That's the other thing. Oh man. I'd like to see the day somebody tried to snatch it and throw it in their car and run off with me. I'd freaking get my truck so fast I'd block their freaking way of going and chase them down. I would become much faster than they ever thought I would become. People think people think just because you look old that you're slow. That would be a fun one.
That's why we should have self-destruct buttons on the drones.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, period, and it is theft, and that's literally all there is to say about it. Nobody has the right to even if they don't like that, like you, all they really have to do is, bring up the fact that they might, assuming that that's their property or whatever.
So Sam Burns says my sticker's gonna go right next to Fly Zone sticker. It'll definitely be an upgrade for that bike.
Is that a cut on the bike?
Me? Would I cut on?
No, I don't know. I don't believe that. You're a biker. You're
I
a
had
recovering
harness
biker.
myself. So
you're a recovering biker. So when do you so now that we kind of have the writing
you
on the
need to
wall,
send me your address there, Tommy Burns or Sam Burns, because you sent me the picture of Ward Ghost, but I need to have your address.
Now that the writing's on the wall about CES, and I wonder if that's going to, if that is really saying anything, or if it's just the companies are just opting to do their own promotion.
Actually, hang on for a second. We've got a question here from Dawn. Dawn, fire away. Let's have your question, and we'll see what we can do with that. I almost missed them there. Off to dinner, Brent Ariels. Good luck.
Thank you for joining us.
You have a good night. Anyway, and while Don is typing on his question, what else we got going on? It's been a slow couple of days. Well, I guess we could talk about the gimbal that came out today.
I'd rather talk about I'd rather talk about this Chimera 7 Pro 6S Commando 8.
Oh yeah. Well, go ahead and.
It doesn't look new. It does. It's not an okay. Well, okay. We need to get into this.
I was asking if Spectrum works with FPVs. I know they work for FPV RC. Yeah. Well, as long as they have you need to have a Spectrum receiver, and they're out there, but no, you can make any receiver work. The problem is there aren't too many Spectrum receivers that are hooked up to over MSP port.
Good evening, Jim. Jim's droning.
Well, you have a DX. No, that's a controller. So that's one end of it. Now you need the receiver on the other end of it. So what do we have for Spectrum receiver? Let's see. There's a serial receiver right here.
One of the issues that kind of came up is a lot of frames. Specifically the one that you're helping me build right now. There's different dimensions in the lengths of the wires, and there's not a lot of options when it comes to moving cameras around. With the new O3. The other thing I have not heard of is anybody taking the O3 air unit and putting it into fixed wings. I think we need to find that story out. I think that's something that I'd like to see, is the new O3 in a fixed wing product, because it's a perfect place to put it.
So
that's the Spectrum there.
That's the Radio Master Boxer. That's a new radio.
That's right.
So,
That's the new Radio Master. But you're looking at the new.
here's a Spectrum micro receiver. Okay, cost you $32. They don't have a whole lot of range. I know that. So, like Fly Zone Drone, Mike is already suggesting look at an ALRS radio. And if you're looking at an ALRS radio, I would recommend you look at this thing.
Yeah, I think when you're looking at building.
Matter of fact, you need to look at it too.
Right. Well, that's the thing is the newer radios have better. They have more power. There's a lot more features to them, and it really makes no sense to go back. And that's one of the problems with, if you're, say you have like I have a bunch of old stuff sitting in my garage right now. It's really no use to anybody. If it's old Fly Sky or FR Sky, all that stuff is kind of being pushed into the dustbin of RC history. And you could still fly it with the stuff you have, but like if I go when I start going forward, outside of DJI, that's that radio that Kai is showing me right now is. Oh, did you hear that? It's time to eat. I'm early, so
yeah.
Anyway, yeah, that's where we got to go, and I got to go.
Well, you got to go.
Yeah, I gotta put together a treadmill tonight. That's my big building project. That's my level of expertise, I guess.
You need to run down there real quick, so you can wait in line after everybody else and get your taco.
Raining like hell. My wife is really okay. She will give me crap until I get that thing together. So she expects after dinner to walk on that thing.
Well,
so I'm going to have to excuse myself.
Be a good husband, and go fulfill your husbandly duties.
But I got to run, guys. I knew I was going to have to move a little quicker today. So,
well, you take care.
Do you want me to just log out, or?
I'll boot you.
All righty. Hey, but thanks, Kai. Appreciate all you're doing, man.
Appreciate you coming in, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, and like I said, I think there's things going on. I don't just because CES is saying the consumer market is slowing down, it doesn't mean the FPV market is slowing down, which it's not. So that's really was my point, if I did have one. All righty.
All right. Well, thank you, sir.
Appreciate everything you're doing. He's the man. Come on, fix that.
Bye. All right, he's gone. So anyway, yeah, Don, if you're you have the transmitter, you've got a receiver, but if your receiver is got all the pins on it, it's no good for FPV, because those are PMW outputs, and you won't get far with that in FPV. So you can also email me, lonestarUAV@gmail.com, and we can exchange information that way and actually talk if you want. But right now, this would be the radio I would recommend, and ELRS. I've actually have that. I put this thing on order too. There's a couple in here that talking about it, and I saw some reference to the Mambo, yeah, or Mamba, whatever the hell that thing's called, TVS. The form factor. I mean, there's hell, old Spectrum radio looks like that too. So. Anyway, this is what I would go with, and ELRS radio. You want it a little simpler. You might go Crossfire, but then it gets expensive again. So you fly in a Mini SE, and now it's time to freestyle. Okay. Your first purchase should be something like the Sama X5 or Predator, Holy Stone Predator or something, just to get down the sticks. I actually have a Holy Stone Predator in there that I use every now and again just to stay current on the sticks. So, and we got Joe for Leo. Howdy, feller. And Jim Stroning popped in here. Joe Blaylock. Who else did I miss? No, I think we're pretty caught up at this point. All right. And yes, if y'all don't mind, hit the thumbs up button, please. I would appreciate that. Oh, this is bad. All right, let's do this. Yeah, do I have everybody's been wrenched? Okay. All right. So, are you getting the AGO ones for the Boxer? Eventually, probably. But I just bought the V2 gimbals for the Tango 2, and I'm regretting it big time. This stick here does not stay calibrated for shit. Seems like every time I fire this thing up, I got to calibrate the freaking sticks. Something ain't right, was that? So, but yeah. And now Dad needs to get a real controller too. That DJI controller, even the new one, is not that good. It is no good. What the hell? Okay. Yep. Anyway, yeah, we were going to make this a short stream today. Not really too much going on. CES seems to be pretty dead. I did not see anything. I already talked about DJI not being invited again next year. I don't know if they're not being invited or just saying it's not worth it for us. But what? Well, I will do the same thing you doing there, Sam. The blue AGO ones and then the light wings and all that. But I don't foresee the boxes shipping till sometime in March. China's on complete lockdown. Was their freaking COVID business. They got Chinese New Year coming up here in 10 days. That means everything shuts down. So it'll be February before they start anything again, and then it takes a month to get here. So I don't see we're going to see any of these before March. Actually, I think it's blacklisted is what the term was. Well, you want to be really careful with the controller that hooks up to every FPV. There is a module out there, the 4-in-1 module, that gets you a whole laundry list of protocols, but it does not include ELRS, it does not include Crossfire, it does not include Tracer, it does not include Immersion RC Ghost. It entails all the protocols for toy drones and then FR Sky. And FR Sky has gotten so freaking weird with their firmwares that some may and others may not work. As a beginner, I'd tell you stay away from Free Sky for now till they figure out what it is the hell they're doing. They were talking to Express LRS at some point, then they quit talking to them, and now they want ELS to come to them, and it's a freaking mess. So the 4-in-1 module is really an outdated technology because all the protocols that we're looking for are not included on the 4-in-1. So be really careful with that. Oh no! When I first started, I'm like, okay, is there something that does everything? And then, well, there is something that does a lot, but nothing that you want to deal with. And yeah, Spectrum is one of the ones that's covered was a 4-in-1 module, but when is the next monthly meetup? I'm thinking it's somewhere around the 20th. Let's see. Probably it's either going to be the 21st or the 28th, one of those 2 days. I guess it all depends on what I get done next weekend. Yeah. And like Sam says, the Boxer has a module bay in the back to where you can use whatever module you need. Why do I have to put a receiver on your FPV? Well, some FPV quads ship without. Some rely on DJI link. I mean, there's it depends on what you buy. It depends on what you buy, and trying to find a FPV with a Spectrum receiver in it right now, I don't know that there is such an animal anymore. You can usually, when you buy a bind and fly quad, you're going to get the option. If it's a digital unit, you get the option of DJI, TBS Crossfire, Express LRS, and Free Sky. And the Free Sky's pretty much starting to go away. The newer ones that I've seen now, DJI, Crossfire, ELRS are about the three ones that they're offering. ELRS seems to be the most cost effective, and there's good tutorials online how to set it up and how to bind, and yeah, Rotor sells plug and play kits, but I mean, you only need to buy a controller once. You only need to buy a goggle once. So if he wants to add to that, then he needs to make sure that he's on the same protocols. Yeah. And I guarantee you that receiver was probably access protocol, and your controller is still on ACCST, and the two don't talk to each other. It's a freaking nightmare. Or the receiver might have been a 2.0 firmware, and your transmitter was below 2.0, and that didn't jive either. There's so many. Free Sky is extremely fiddly. So, I mean, you want to go get a Rotor kit, that'll get you out the gate. You just want to make sure that it's all compatible in the future when you buy. Let's see. So, start on transition. Let's see. Yeah, well, this starter kit has goggles but no controller. Now I gotta turn that off. That's not working either. Now, anyway, we can have a lengthy discussion about that, Don. If you, just email me and we'll chat, so I can get a bit more of a picture of what you've got, what you're looking at, what you're trying to accomplish. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, your controller has ACCT, and the receiver that you got was ACCS, and they don't talk to each other. And then, and with an ACCT, you've got the below 2.0 and the above 2.0 firmware. It's Joe's got a solution for you there, One Vision. Dustin. Yep. Dustin will feel for you. But anyway, it's time for me to call it the evening as well. I still got some errands to run, and I've got to get on that. So don't email me, we'll chat. Anybody else? Thank you all for coming, hanging out with me for a bit. And Dad Random earlier, he's got a treadmill to put together tonight. And I hope he's doing better with a treadmill than what he was with his FPV drone, because that didn't work out so hot. It's been stuff literally fell off. So, but anyway, I shall see y'all not next week, but the week following. So that will be the 24th. So anyway, y'all take care. We'll see you in 2 weeks. And Dustin, I hope your drone shows up again. Until then, y'all take care. Thank you all. Hit the like button on the way out if you could. And until next time, bye.